there are details that are coming in that are with us that show that he had taken the oath of ISIS on 2020, sent financial aid to ISIS supporters through his accounts. This is extremely serious now. And how do you think the investigation now is going to proceed with the UP ATS having found and unearthed these connections?
It's a very startling exposure, if at all it has been done by ATS. Now ATS will have a very, very difficult task ahead to find out the details, to piece together all the evidences that they have at their hands. In fact, they'll have to connect all these evidences with the greater organizations. They'll have to find out the link. They'll have to find out the kind of plan that was envisaged, how many people were involved in that, and to what extent they were trying to execute it. Was he alone in doing it, or was he being assisted by a group of people who had some kind of motive behind it? And was it a international terror link, or was it something confined only to the country? You know, all these, and how are they going to behave with other sleeper modules? So all these things need to be investigated further. So I think ATS, being a very, very professional organization within UP Police, I'm sure they would unearth and would like to bust some much more modules in coming days, and they'll find out the true details. Murtaza, by the way, is a very well-educated person. He has been trained. He has studied in IIT Bombay. He is a very articulate and knowledgeable person. So it will be very difficult for the investigating agency also to make him fill the bins in sooner or later. But he has to cooperate, and he has been cooperating so far. So the ATS will try to professionalize the entire investigation. Will have much more details to come in, and then things will become much more clearer.
Absolutely. And I also, Mr. Singh, before I come back to you, give out the details. Like you're saying, a very articulate accused who's been seen here. He learned to use the AK-47 rifle, the MP carbine, used to watch videos related to missile technology, practiced air rifle, and it was a lone wolf attack. He tried to snatch the rifle from the security guards, and very, very clearly what we're also now being told about this particular attack is also that he had taken the oath of the ISIS on 2020. Mr. Singh, if we can actually try and connect the dots, because even earlier he's also been reading radical jihadi literature by Zakir Naik. Earlier also Republic TV had shown and unearthed in 2017 how Zakir Naik was trying to incite with his radicalization certain people who became a part of ISIS. This clearly also connects those dots, as we are seeing now that ISIS, Zakir Naik, these accused who are now doing attacks are clearly a part of a larger nexus and a larger plan.
Absolutely, I think so. You are right in saying so, because this man, being such an educated man, a trained engineer coming from IIT Bombay, and then after that he's getting radicalized in various literatures. If I recall correctly, the day he was arrested, a lot of materials had come out, and it was true that he was being indoctrinated, he was being radicalized. A lot of literature, he could see the video clippings of various things. He trained himself to the video recording, to video clippings. So it will be very fascinating to know that as to how he was being radicalized. Was he self-motivated to get radicalized, or was there a group of people behind the kind of radicalization that was taking place? The fact that he came from Bombay in order to execute this particular program, particular act of terror, was something which needs to be further interrogated and further discovered. Secondly, one has to keep in mind that he was very fond of Zakir, and Zakir had already left the country back in 2016 or 2017.
Yes.
So he was in touch. He was in touch with him to various places.
Yes, Mr. Singh. Yes. Mr. Singh, very important details that are coming in from you. I thank you for that elaborate explanation of what the UP ATS needs to do and what it's doing. I also want to go across to former UP DGP, Brijlal, who's also a BJP MP. We've been hearing a lot of things, sir, about how he was sworn in for Ansar Tawhid into 2013. Later, Ansar al-Tawhid was merged with ISIS in 2014. He was sworn into ISIS in 2020. This was a lone wolf attack, but it's clearly showing a lot of dots that are being connected, whether it's Zakir Naik, whose radical jihadi literature was being read by the accused, whether it is himself, the ISIS that he was a part of since 2020. This seems to be a part of a larger sinister plan.
Of course, you are perfectly right. He was a lone wolf. The way he has attacked at Gorakhnath temple, it shows that he was a lone wolf and he was indoctrinated. He was a chemical engineer at IIT Bombay. And the way he was traveling from Gorakhpur to Gujarat and Bombay, even to Nepal and some border area of Uttar Pradesh at the Indo-Nepal border. So he was indoctrinated. He was in touch of ISIS. And in Uttar Pradesh, we had some terrorists who were linked with ISIS also. So it is a good effort by the ATS that he was caught and he has been interrogated and many things has come out. So you have to be very alert.
Yes.
Today I was at Gorakhnath temple. I had gone Gorakhpur. I'm returning from Gorakhpur. You know, not only ISIS.
Yes.
In Uttar Pradesh, we had attack of Indian Mujahideen. We had attack of Lashkar-e-Toiba. At the Ayodhya, we have attack of Jaish-e-Mohammed, Fuji. All these terrorist outfits, they are linked together, and if need arises, they help each other for terrorist activities. Azamgarh is a nearby place at Gorakhpur. It was the hub of Indian Mujahideen. The North India commander Atif Amin, who was killed in police action at Batla House on 11th September
That's true.
2008.
Yes.
So these are all the terrorist outfit.
Yes.
They were present, but unfortunately,
Correct.
you know, when the Akhilesh government came in 2012, and they said these are innocent people, and they will try to release them, and they had withdrawn charge sheet in 15 terrorism cases, and I salute the Allahabad High Court. They said you cannot withdraw the charge sheet. Even the court said, today you are withdrawing the case against them, tomorrow we'll award them Padam Vibhushan. And the trial was held, and I'm happy to tell you that in CRPF attack Rampur happened on the 31st December night in 2000. Has been convicted for one for life imprisonment and 4 for hanging lives. And this explosion at Lucknow, Ayodhya, and Varanasi, the Akhilesh government has withdrawn the cases, but the court has convicted for life. So this is very unfortunate. If the political parties, they openly are with them with the terrorism, this is very unfortunate. And you know, when this fellow has been caught at Gorakhpur station, the Samajwadi chief Akhilesh Yadav, in that thing also he said that no, he is not a terrorist and he is mentally upset, all that, and by
Mr.
saying
Brijlal,
this,
yes.
he sealed
Yes.
him. So These political
Yes,
people,
Mr.
they
Brijlal,
should
I
not-
also wanted to ask you and give you more details about what are actually coming in, where the UP ATS has now stated that he was watching videos learning about AK-47, M4 carbine and missile technology. There are details coming in not only of his links with ISIS and how he was becoming a part of ISIS. This seems to be a lone wolf attack, but there are also clearly details that are showing he was influenced by radical jihadi literature from Zakir Naik. He was in connect with ISIS sympathizer. He was influenced by the radical jihadi material. The UP ATS has also unearthed more details about this particular attack, which clearly show the sinister designs of ISIS in India. It shows he was influenced by radical preachers and used to listen to audios and videos where he related to ISIS. He also used to try and communicate with the ISIS through social media, Facebook, Twitter, etc. He took an oath of ISIS on 2020 and also sent financial aid to ISIS supporters through his accounts. I want to thank every one of our guests who was continuously with us. I also want to thank Brijlal, who's a BJP MP, Mr. Brijlal, for being with us and getting